Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. So a client requested for this dress. I wanted to make this tutorial. Luckily for me, a client requested for the dress, so I decided to just film the process. Okay, reason why you're not seeing me fitting into it, this is for a client. So if this is what you're interested in, I'd like to say keep on watching. And if you're just seeing me for the first time, welcome in. For my return subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you so much for always being there, always watching my videos and all. Please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you could be notified whenever I post beautiful tutorials like this. All right, without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video. So first of all, we're going to start with our starting line. Then after that, I'm going to start taking my vertical points. All right, so just draw a starting line, which we normally do, and I'll start taking her vertical line. Her bust point is 12. Her bust point is 12. Her under bust is 15. Her waistline is 17. Okay, so our waistline is 17, and that's 17. I'm going to make it 19, because if you look closely, the one on the thumbnail, you're going to see that the basque line did exactly start at the waistline. It came down a little bit, about 2 inches below or 3 inches below. All right, hope you guys understand. So I took her bust point, on the bust, her waistline, then I added like 3 inches to the basque line, like to the waistline. All right, so I'm going to draw the lines just the way you see me doing horizontally, and I am going to divide her shoulder. Sorry, I'll be dividing her shoulder by 2. Her shoulder divided by 2 is 8. Her shoulder divided by 2 is 8. I'm going to mark that down, come down by 1 inch for her shoulder slope, and get her armhole line, which is 8.05, and I will connect vertically and horizontally. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the armhole curve. Okay, so this is just normally what we normally do when marking our basic body. So her neck width is going to be 3, while her neck depth is going to stop at the chest line. So I'm just trying to label the line: chest line, bust point, under bust, waistline. So I will connect the shoulder slope into the neck width. Then I am going to divide. I'm going to take her nipple to nipple. Her nipple to nipple is 4. So I will mark that down and down to the waistline, and I will connect with a straight line, just the way you see me doing. And the next thing I'm going to do is on the I'm not supposed to mark, sorry guys, the mistake I did, I'm not supposed to mark that line. We're going to be using side dart, which is our bust dart, for this tutorial. So please omit that part where I took the nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm going to divide her bust by 4, add 1.5 inches seam allowance. On her waistline, I'm going to divide her waist by 4, add 1.5 inches seam allowance. Guys, hope you guys understand. This dart intake I take, this her nipple to nipple, do not take it, all right, or unless you want to make use of that kind of dart. But the dart we're going to be making use of for this dress is going to be our side dart, which is also the bust dart, whichever way you call it, either side dart or bust dart. So I'm going to mark her bust dart, which is 1.5. The difference between her back waistline and her front waistline is 1.5. It mustn't be the same with yours. The difference between their front waistline and their back waistline is 2. Some people are 1. So, and I'm going to make V shape to the chest line. You know, the neckline is V. All right, so from there I'm going to make a curve, just the way you see me doing. From that chest line where my V neckline stopped, I'm going to make a curve just the way you see me do. Right, so in case you want your V neckline to be deeper, you can bring it down to the bust point. But whatever your V neckline stops, that is where you're going to start the curve. You're going to curve it into the under bust. Hope you understand. If you don't understand, you can rewind the video. All right, so I'll just cut this out, and I'm going to draft for the back as well. All right, so for the back, I'm going to get another pattern paper, a fresh pattern paper, and I'll take out 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. The back is also going to have the V shape, all right, the V neckline shape. All right, so that is what my client requested for. So if you want your neckline for the back to be round, it totally depends on you. Okay, so I'll take the exact vertical line I took for the front, also at the back, bust point, under bust, and waistline. All right, and I'm going to connect it the way you see me doing. So after that, the back is not going to be having any dots. There is a way I do manipulate my back. All right, so I'm going to divide her shoulder by 2, come down by 1 inch shoulder slope, and come down by 8.05 for her armhole. And I'm going to take her neck with 3 and connect that 1 inch shoulder slope into the neckline area, and I will label the line: chest line, bust points, under bust, and waistline, of course. Then make the V shape. You got to the chest line, right? So that is it. And I'm going to make my armhole curve, simple as that, and take her body measurements: her bust divided by 2, add 1.5 inches seam allowance, waist divided by 2, add 1.5 inch seam allowance, and connect. Same thing I did for the back. Now on the waistline, now I'm going to manipulate this now, but first of all, I'm going to come out by, I said the back is not going to be having any darts. So the way I do manipulate my darts for the back, if I don't want my back to have dart intake, what I normally do is I just want to make sure I got the measurements. That is what I'm trying to do here. Okay, that is just what I'm trying to do here. I want to make sure everything, the front and the back, is the same thing. Now I made a mistake. I said her back waistline and her front waistline is not the same thing. So I'm going to remove 1.5 inches from that back waistline, so that after closing up the side darts for the front, is going to merge with the back. Do you understand? So if your front waistline is 18, you minus 1.5 inches from that and get your back waistline. That is if the difference from your back waistline and front waistline is 1.5. Okay, so I hope you guys understand. So that is it. So after closing the dart on the front, it's going to be the same with the back length. All right, so I'm just drafting this out. And after drafting the, guys, please, I hope you understand. I hope I'm not too fast. So now to manipulate the darts intake, like to manipulate, we don't have darts at the back. So I'll come out by 1/2 inch from the waistline, and I'm going to connect it slantly straight upwards, just this way. With this, your back is going to relax properly well. All right, so that is it. But if you still want to add that to your back, it's left for you. But I think this works for me perfectly well. So now we're going to cut out the neckline, and I'll cut on my fabric. All right, so after that, I'm going to label this the back, and I will bring the front waistline, and I'm going to alter, like cut the under bust out. Okay, I'm going to cut the underbust, which I'm going to be doing slash and spread on the other upper side. So guys, I am done cutting out on my fabric. This is the back, that is the front. Okay, and as you can see, I gave 1/2 inch all around. This is the back and the front. Then this is the front, the upper part of the front, which I said we're going to be doing slash and spread on. All right, so I'm going to divide it. Then before I complete it, I will open up this part a little, then open up that side and close it on paper. So after closing this on paper, you're going to see that the back and the front is going to be the same. Okay, so my masking tape has finished, so I'll be using my pin to pin this down. But if you have a masking tape or a glue gum, you can use it to hold it, but I don't have, so I'm using my pin to hold this down. So I'm going to complete the lines. So, and after that, I'm just trying to, this thing is shifting. That's why tape to use gum on it is better. Okay, so I'm going to label the lines. Very important. You label the lines so that you're going to know which one is which. Okay, so guys, I'm going to get the fabric I'll be using to open this up. Like I said, label your slash and spread 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll place them. I'll fold my fabric into 2 because it has to be in 2, 1 for the left side, 1 for the right side. And I'm just trying to align it properly. After this, I'm going to place the paper. I'm going to place my pattern paper on it. Then I'll start slashing. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I didn't mention I used 4 yards for this tutorial. So I won't really slash much, like I won't really open this much because I don't want the pleats to be too much. Okay, so I won't be opening it too much. Anyway, just do whatever that works for you. If you want your pleats much, that means you're going to space this more. Okay, so that is it, guys, and I'm going to go ahead to, you can see how I spaced mine. I didn't space it much, like I said before. I'll go ahead and cut this out. So if you've watched up to this extent, guys, and you've still not subscribed to my channel, I beg you in the name of God, please hit on the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you could be notified whenever we post a new tutorial. Okay, and while watching, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So while cutting, as you can see, I gave it about 1/4 of an inch all along. That's for joining allowance. Okay, so this is it. So now I'm going to unpin this and I'm going to show you how to join it on the front fabric. So guys, this is it. This is how it's going to be joined. I'm going to get one and I'll pleat on it just this way, and I'll pleat the shoulder part as well. I'll bring the other one and pleat as well. Please, when cutting, make sure you have lining. I didn't show when I drafted the lining, so just cut out the lining piece so you can use it to turn everything. All right, so that is how it's going to be placed. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll pleat on it. So guys, I'm done pleating on it, and as you can see, I joined the lining first before pleating. So it has the lining. So like I said before, make sure you turn with your lining before pleating. So I'll get the back and I'll join it shoulder to shoulder. Okay, so after joining it shoulder to shoulder, I'm going to align it together and I will close the sides. All right, I'll be closing the sides, leaving the zipper allowance open. All right, so I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down the two sides. Remember, leave the zipper open, that's the back, leave it open. Okay, so guys, after I was done stitching the side, this is how it is. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the pleats, that's the basque waistline. So I'm going to minus the half length I have and get the full length my clients want. My clients want her full length to be 35, so I'm going to be cutting, after minusing the half length, I'm going to get 37. That's 1 inch for joining and 1 inch for folding allowance. Then the length of this is I have it about 4 yards. Then I'll start pleating. Okay, so I'll take it to my sewing machine and pleat as well my zip. So guys, I'm done pleating and I've added the zipper to it. So now this is the rope on it. So just get your fabric, fold it like a bias, and use your needle and thread to stitch it down. And that's just it for this tutorial. So like I said, this belongs to a client, so I'm not going to be fitting it in. After everything, I'm going to give it a proper press. We've come to the end of this tutorial. If you find this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, leave a nice comment. If you have your question, leave it down in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. All right, so we've come to the end of this video. See you on my next one. Bye.